Good morning. Welcome to Devotions in the Proverbs. I'm Pastor Corby Johnson from Safford, Arizona. And if this is your first time joining me, we're going through the Proverbs and we're taking small sections each day. Now, just as a recap, yesterday we looked at Proverbs 13, 11 through 15. And our focus verse was about dishonest money. Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. I hope that you enjoyed that exercise for yesterday, and I wonder if it's given you a little insight or a little encouragement to change maybe how you do a few things in your life. This morning, our Proverbs is from chapter 13, verses 16 through 20. I'm going to read this in the New Living Translation. Wise people think before they act. Fools don't, and even brag about their foolishness. An unreliable messenger stumbles into trouble, but a reliable messenger brings healing. If you ignore criticism, you will end up in poverty and disgrace. If you accept correction, you will be honored. It is pleasant to see dreams come true, but fools refuse to turn from evil and attain them. Walk with the wise and become wise. Associate with fools, and you will get in trouble. Boy, this one's jam-packed, isn't it? This has all sorts of different directions that we can go in today. Now, I might choose a direction that didn't really hit you right, but you saw something else stick out in this proverb. By all means, go with what your gut says. If something else is going to light you up, that's the whole reason for this exercise, that we can delve into Scripture and see that living Word live in me the way I need to hear it and live in you the way you need to hear it. So I chose about the ignoring criticism. That's a good one for me. I hope it's a good one for you. There was a time when I threw something together at the last minute. That ever happened to you? And it was heavily criticized. I had not done the job correctly. So I want you to think about or imagine a time when you had finished a project and you knew it wasn't the best, but it was done and it was turned in. And it was received with harsh criticism. No matter what you did or said, the person kept on telling you what you did wrong. And maybe this person is always a negative person that's kind of needling every now and then. But those kinds of criticism are necessary, even though sometimes it's a crushing blow to your ego or your self-esteem. When we haven't done a good job and someone pats us on the back and says, "Hey, good job," that's not right, is it? No. And you know when that happens that you didn't do your best. So as an activity, I'd like you to remember a specific time that the truth that the instructor or teacher or boss came back with was absolutely right. Maybe a project that you had done that it should have been cut in half, it should have been 2 projects, but you thought you could tackle it all. And so you went ahead and started and you're halfway through and you think, oh my goodness, I've used up almost all of my time, so you just rush through the rest. I think sometimes we do that when we're feeling overwhelmed, when we've put too much on our plate, and we didn't realize what we were doing to ourselves. But sometimes you've had an awful lot of time, but you keep saying, oh, I've got this to do. I'll wait on that. I can do that tomorrow. And then tomorrow is here and we're in deep water. So think about that. Think about a time when that fit you. And then, as an action, try to give yourself timelines. I know that day planners used to look like this, and everyone had one. Some were big, some were small, but we've kind of put those by the wayside and used our handheld device to put everything in it that we need, our calendar in our handheld. I'm still kind of old school on having it in my hand that I can look back on where I've been and forward on where I'm going and set timelines. And I write in my day planner with different colors. So urgent is red, yellow is be careful, don't put this aside, and green is go get her, get her done. So maybe that would be a helpful thing for you. Also, I put little notes around. I'll put a note on my computer screen or on my refrigerator, on my bathroom mirror, or on the dash of my car, because I don't want to put something off till the very end and then not give it my best. So I hope that maybe those things will help you be your best. The focus verse that I chose is, if you ignore criticism, you will end in poverty and disgrace. If you ignore criticism, you will end in poverty and disgrace. If you accept correction, you will be honored. If you accept correction, you will be honored. If you ignore criticism, you will end in poverty and disgrace. If you accept correction, you will be honored. Boy, better to be honored than disgraced, right? I'm so glad you joined me here today, and I hope that God put you in the right place at the right time this day, that your life would feel like you're moving in the right direction and that everything's falling into place. God's blessings, and I will see you Monday morning.